Microsoft's been in the search business for going on 5 years now, and they really haven't made headway against Google and Yahoo. Google's continued to dominate the market. In addition to not getting much of the traffic, they're also not getting much of the dollars and any of the profits. So they need to do something. This is their biggest attempt yet to try and shake things up.
I was able to preview it for a few days before the announcement, and I don't think it's a game changer, but I think they're doing a lot of interesting things in terms of getting people to their search results faster and guiding them through different scenarios. So for different types of searches, whether it's travel or news or image search, it provides a guide on the left-hand side that changes dynamically according to your search term, which lets you refine the search even further.
One of the big deals is they basically try and make searching easier to navigate. So it breaks down a query. If you type in Audi on the left-hand side, it's going to help you refine that search. It's going to break the results down. Instead of just a bunch of blue links that are all related to Audi, it's going to say used Audis, Audi parts, Audi accessories. So it's going to try and take some of those common queries and break them down. It's also going to be easier to move among the different types of searches, whether it's images or video.
We've seen this before with a lot of clustering approaches, but I think this takes it to sort of a different level, and it's a little bit hard to really see it visually, but under the hood the algorithms that they're using are very advanced, and I think it's definitely an improvement from what you see today at live search. Whether or not it will take share away from Google, I think we still have to see whether that happens. A lot of this has to do with brand. A lot of people just think that if you put Google in front of any search result, even if it's Google's or Yahoo's or Microsoft, people will think that the Google one is better. So they have a huge, very strong brand, and I'm not sure that the new name Bing is really going to do much to make inroads there. I actually think some of the other names that were thrown around, like Sift, would have been better.
Well, basically, they have to make the average person want to Kumo or Bing or whatever they end up calling it instead of Googling. And I think, it's not an insurmountable barrier. It doesn't cost us anything to type in Google, and it wouldn't cost us any more to go to Microsoft's search engine, but you have to have a compelling reason to do so. So I think the big question with this launch is, does it give enough of a compelling reason that even a significant number of new people decide to give it a try? They don't have to convince everyone, but they do have to start getting some fans and getting some traffic that they're not already getting.
What do you think the implications could be for e-commerce or other destination sites?
Right, one of the really interesting things about it is that it's using search almost as a navigation tool, but yet you're not navigating away from the site. Up till now, search engines have been, the value of a search engine is finding other things on the web elsewhere, and this is still doing that, just bringing that data in. But you've got to really understand that the whole web is changing away from the web page model. The destination is sort of going away. All of the data on the web is fungible and can be mixed and mashed up everywhere. And so what Bing is really doing is it's taking all this data and bringing it into Bing.
Search has become so important because it is the economic engine of internet services. Microsoft actually does well in some areas like instant messaging and webmail, but those aren't the areas that produce a lot of revenue. It's sort of a double whammy for Microsoft. On the one hand, they're particularly weak in search, and the double edge, or the added whammy of that is the fact that that's where all the money is. So they need to be better at search, because search is the economic engine that pays for all the kinds of software that Microsoft really wants to offer over the internet.